guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Caveopolis. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am having a fantastic day. I've done a bit between episodes, nothing super crazy, but I did go ahead and add a couple more of the things from our old base that we were missing, and I am totally on the wrong side of my base, which is hilarious, given that I decided to color code this. This is supposed to be all the industrial machines and stuff like that, and then over here with the green, this is supposed to be our farms, and I still somehow managed to go to the wrong base. So I've been breeding up animals. We've got animals going in here now. We've got a fair amount of sheep. Looks like the grass is not really keeping up very well. I may have to get rid of a few sheep, but that's fine. And cows. We have been breeding cows quite a lot. Still, you know, we've got some chickens and stuff going as well, but I'm not as worried about those. Same with pigs. And then over here, I've gone ahead and just thrown in a real simple 9x9 wheat farm. Nothing crazy, but, you know, provides the wheat for us to breed up the animals and stuff. I've also done a fair amount of just smelting and general AFKing, so we're up to a decent amount of all the different ores now, and everything is going pretty well. Now, it is time, I think, for us to dive into some more progression stuff. So, over here, we've got the Soul Forge. This is basically done except for a Nether Star, and we can actually kill a Wither much more easily now because we have access to, is it hardened? Yes, to hardened glass, and this is witherproof. I don't think we had access to this when we first fought the Wither. Maybe we did. I don't know. Either way, this is apparently witherproof. And would have made it much easier to kill the Wither that's way over there, but I had kind of forgotten about that. But we're not doing that right now. We are going into better mob farms, and this is using a mod called Hostile Neural Networks, which, I'll be honest, I have never used before. So this is going to be very new for me, but it looks like the first thing we need to do is make a bunch of amethyst shards, and the way you do that is, I believe, you put the bright shards, these guys, into a soul forge. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So you throw these into a soul forge, and they do their thing. They process into amethyst shards, which, you know, those are easy to get. And then you use the amethyst shards to make a variety of different things. So if we look at amethyst, here we go. These can be used to make tinted glass. They can be used to make tinted glass, I guess. I suppose spyglass, but like, who cares? So I guess the tinted glass is really the only thing we actually need it for. So I'm not sure exactly why. I see. Because you need tinted glass to make some of the various bits for hostile neural networks. Okay, that makes way more sense. So yeah, we're going to need a fair amount of tinted glass, it looks like. And then we're also going to need some soul steel ingots. I have been smelting up a little bit of steel. I think we have around 50 steel ingots right now. Once again, you just throw those into the soul forge and they will slowly process into soul steel. What else are... Wrong button. What else are we going to actually need here? Glowstone, redstone, gold, mixed stone. That's easy. And the deep learner, again, that's super easy. Okay, yeah, so we can make all of this stuff pretty easily. I'm going to let the Soul Forge do its thing. I think I'm going to make 4 stacks of amethyst shards and probably a stack or so of tinted glass, and then we'll get back to it. Well, after a lot of soul forging, I think we are ready to do basically everything. So I think I've got all the stuff in my inventory that we're going to need. Tinted glass, soul steel ingots, soul forge, some glowstone, redstone dust, mixed stone ingots, all the goodies. So let's go to hostile neural networks. And the first thing we need to make is the deep learner. And this guy is basically an item that holds what we're going to craft next, and that is model frameworks. I forgot to grab gold ingots. Okay, no big deal. I do have some. There we go. So these, we're actually going to need quite a few of these. I think I need 7 altogether. So let's go ahead and make those. We need 2 of them for later crafting. But basically how this works is you take one of these, you right-click a hostile mob with it, and then you have to kill that mob, I believe it's 6 times? Let's see. Right-click on a hostile mob to create a model of that mob. That type of mob must be killed a minimum of 6 times to allow it to be used in a simulation chamber. Must be placed in the deep learner for kills to count. So basically, you right-click on a mob, then you throw it into the deep learner here, into one of these 4 slots. You then kill the mob 6 times, and then you can use that mob, or then you can use this model framework to essentially simulate killing the mob over and over and over again to get all the drops, like ender pearls and yada, yada, yada. I made 5 for us to actually use on mobs. If you think about the general vanilla stuff, that would give us zombies, skeletons, witches, endermen, and spiders, which is all the kind of basic mobs that we will need. So that should be good. And then we need 2 for crafting, because we also need to make the simulation chamber and some prediction matrices. So let's go ahead and make those guys. And then we also need to go ahead and make the simulation chamber, which takes 2 of these model frameworks and a soul forge. So there we go. There's our simulation chamber. And then we have our 5 model frameworks. And then I'm not exactly sure what the prediction matrices get used for, but I guess we will find out. So yeah, should be interesting. Do we have anything else? Oh, this. I got to make the loot fabricator as well, but this I need to do later once we actually have the proper mobs and stuff. So let's toss all this stuff that I don't need into our network. And then I think what we're going to do is just go... Am I actually wearing armor right now? I am not. I should probably wear some armor for this. And my bronze armor is getting a bit low, but that's probably okay. I should have some more bronze ingots. There we go. Let's just go ahead and make a new helmet, since our other one was basically gone. There we go. We got our bronze sword. We got all this. Okay, I think we're good. So let's head back to the old base. There we go. And if we head down the stairs, I have a little bit of, it's not really a mob farm, but it's kind of a mob farm, over here. And this is what this is where we are going to get endermen, hopefully. I'll also probably have to clear a larger area for spiders and skeletons and all this kind of stuff. But this should get us endermen, which is obviously one of the more important ones. So I'm just going to chill here for a minute, let some endermen spawn, and then we should be able to capture them in our model framework. That might actually be long enough, since there are very few places where hostile mobs can actually spawn here. Is that an enderman? It is not. Okay, that's fine. Give me a second. Ah, there we go. I see enderman eyes, and we also have a basalts or a blitz or one of the various thermal mobs. But we right-click on this guy, we throw it into here, and then we have to kill 6 endermen in order to be able to actually use this model, and we'll probably get some ender pearls along the way. So there was another enderman back here. Oh, yep. You are a blizz, I believe. There we go. You're dead now. Where's this other enderman? Oh, there he is. He's just chilling. All right, we made him mad. We're good. So let's just go ahead and do this a few times. I'll get my Enderman, and then I'll probably do the same thing for a lot of the other mobs as well. I may go drowned instead of zombies, because they can give us other drops. I suppose we should probably check. So let's see here. We've got all these different predictions. So we've got creepers. I need creepers as well, because I'm going to need gunpowder. I didn't think about that. Okay, maybe I might have to make another one of these model frameworks, but if so, that's fine. So zombies will give us potatoes, carrots, iron ingots, all of which is honestly really good. Is there one for drowned? I don't actually see one. They might just fall under zombie. Yeah, I'm guessing they just fall under the zombie prediction, probably along with husks. So if we pop down here and we right-click... Oh, no, it just straight up won't let us do anything with them. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to do actual zombies then. That's fine. Shouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, I'm going to capture a bunch of hostile mobs in here, get the models all taken care of. We are up to 2 out of 6. There we go. So yeah, going to do some stuff and then we'll move forward. So I went ahead and I killed a bunch of mobs, and I've learned a couple of things. It appears that it takes 6 mobs to make the model usable, but then you can keep going and upgrade the tiers. So you'll notice, like this spider, for example, I only killed 6 of them, so it's a basic model, but I killed way more zombies, so this one is advanced, or slimes would probably be a better one. I didn't get any beyond advanced, but it appears that the more slime, or the more of whatever mob it is you kill, the better your model gets. So these are the models that I actually worked on. I got skeleton, spiders, zombies, slimes, witches, and endermen, which should be pretty much all we need. It turns out that I don't think there actually are creepers in this mod pack, like at all. If you look at the world, and if you go through all of these mobs, creepers just aren't on here, like at all. So I may be wrong, but it appears that there are just no creepers in this mod pack, which, you know what, that's totally fine, because you can get gunpowder also from witches and from ghasts, so we don't necessarily need creepers. But now that we have our models, now we need to turn these into things. So let's pop over here to our power room. And the simulation chamber requires power for it to do its thing. So we'll plop this guy down, and the amount of power appears to be dependent on the type of mob. So like a basic mob, like skeletons, for example, costs 80 RF per tick, which shouldn't be bad. Let's just throw a spider in. This is also 80. Actually, no. Let's not do that. Let's throw in... How much does this hold? Oh, this holds a lot. This is going to completely drain my power supply. That's fine. Let's throw in, I guess, skeletons, and then you throw in a prediction matrix, and it will do its thing, and I believe it will have a 22% chance to actually generate one of these generalized overworld predictions, I think. Yes. Oh, it looked like it consumed 2 there, or maybe it only consumed 1. And then, yeah, okay, I see. So it consumed 1, and then it immediately takes the next one and processes it. Gotcha. Now, I don't know if this is... Excuse me. I'm not sure if this is guaranteed or not, but that's fine. I do want to do 1 Enderman. We also need to do Nether stuff. Which, here, these guys. So magma cubes, blazes, zombified pigmen, and ghasts. You can also craft it using Netherrack and Forge generalized. Okay. So, let's just see. If I toss you in, it says 5%. Is this actually going to still give me one? Like, what I don't know is if this is guaranteed or if it can fail. So I guess we'll find out here. Yeah, it gave us one, so it appears to be guaranteed. Oh, and your accuracy does actually go up. So this actually counts as a mob kill. You don't have to you don't actually have to kill all of the mobs manually. Because you'll notice we're at 5.35% right now. And then once it finishes, it's going to go up a tiny amount. So that's actually great. Okay, cool. So we're going to toss in an Enderman. This is going to suck a lot of power because this guy takes 512 RF per tick, which is a massive amount. And that is going to actually, it's okay. We're doing fine. But there we go. That gets us our Ender prediction. And we are actually going to need one more of these, I believe, because to craft the last bit here, the Loot Fabricator, you actually need 2 of these generalized Ender predictions. So let's do that. And then let's actually just, we'll just hold off on the rest of it for now. I'm just going to leave this here. For now, I'll leave it. I don't know if it will retain all the 2 million power that it sucked up or whatever it was. So I'm just going to leave it alone for a minute. But let's grab a piece of Netherrack. And we can go like so to get Nether predictions. And that should that should complete all of these, and then we just need to make a Loot Fabricator, which is going to require a little bit more soul steel, and also another soul forge, right? Yes. Okay, so let me get this crafted up real quick. Shouldn't take me long. And there we go. We've got that, and that actually completes this entire Better Mob Farms chapter. Now, it says that this thing sucks a lot of power to do its thing. And I guess we'll find out. I'm not exactly sure how this works. So if we plop this guy down here and we just toss you in? No? How does this thing work? Okay, you need to put in magma cubes. Oh, I see. I get it. Okay, so what you need, so the percentage chance here is not the chance that it gives you a generalized prediction. It's the chance that it gives you one of these specific predictions, like a witch prediction or a blaze prediction or whatever. That's the actual... Okay, that makes way more sense. So you will always get these generalized predictions, which can be used for some crafting and things, it looks like. Yeah, you can use them to craft up various resources that the mobs produce, but then in order to use them in the Loot Fabricator, you have to throw in one of these magma cube predictions or blaze predictions or whatever. Gotcha. Okay, that makes way more sense. Now, I don't know if these actually get consumed in the Loot Fabricator. I don't know. So, I guess what we'll do is we'll toss you back in. We'll throw in the rest of these guys and let them sort of do their thing. That'll obviously take a bit of time, but it would be great if we could get like lots of arrows, for example, and stuff of that nature. Plus bones are always good, and, you know, etc., etc. But I would think with a 22% chance, you would think we would get one if we use... I mean, we already used a couple of these to begin with. So maybe we'll get lucky. But yeah, that should be fine. We'll let this go and do its thing. Looks like the next quest line that we need to work on is the deepest part, which is going to take deep slate. We need to make a Bedrock Infuser, and it looks like that's going to get us into Flux Networks. Yeah. So that'll be good. Which I believe does Flux Networks actually include reactors? Or is it just power transportation? I think it's just power transportation. Yeah. Yeah, just power transportation. Doesn't actually give you power generation at all. Do we have a larger reactor in this mod pack of some sort? Like, I know we have Mekanism, but the Mekanism reactor is a bit of a pain. Yeah, we do. We have Power, which is a great mod for power generation. Like, this will be fine, and that's going to be down here. So we're going to be getting to that very soon once we get into even more ores, which will give us access to uranium and diamonds, so we can finally make decent gear that's enchanted and stuff. Yeah, look at that. We actually put a whole bunch of these skeletons through and didn't get a single a single one of those predictions. So, okay, well, it's fine. Anyway, I think, my friends, that we should start looking at Flux Networks. So let me get this stuff all put away for now. We're just going to kind of hold off on doing anything with our better mob farm until we have access to significantly more power generation and all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, we'll keep things moving here. So it looks like the first thing we need to make is a Bedrock Infuser, and this is going to require that we make a Soul Forge. Again, looks like the Soul Forge is actually used for a lot of different crafting recipes. Then we're going to need some deep slate, and I did create a igneous extruder producing deep slate, so we have just stupid amounts of deep slate. That's not going to be a problem at all. And then we just combine the deep slate, 4 obsidian, and the Soul Forge to make the Bedrock Infuser. And this guy will produce bedrock fragments it looks like it requires power, 100 RF per tick, and then it requires deep slate. So let's just grab a stack of deep slate. We'll probably have to make a dedicated room for this pretty soon, but for now, we'll just attach it over here, toss the deep slate in, and is it just insanely slow, or... Oh, I see. It has to be... it has to be on top of bedrock. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, that's very annoying. That's very annoying because bedrock obviously is way, way, way down, and so I think what we'll probably have to do is create a couple of magmatic dynamos and hook them up. We'll basically have to create a power network over there for this thing, because it would take a very long time to put this thing all the way at bedrock. So yeah, let me get a little bit of crafting done here. Okay, so I went ahead and dug a bit here to bedrock, down just basically from our old original bits. So here we are, Bedrock Layer, and we're just going to go ahead and set this up. This thing needs to be sitting on bedrock, so let's just plop it down here, I guess. And then we're just going to go 1, 2, and 3, just like that. Throw down some energy pipes like so. And we'll throw down a magma tank here. Is that the way I want to do this? Yeah, this is fine. It's maybe not the most optimal way, but it'll get the job done. So then we'll go like this so that this actually properly sends everything the way we want. And there we go. All right, so that'll start sucking power out. These will start filling up, and they will send this power to the... Oh, right. We need to say extract power. There we go. Send the power to the Bedrock Infuser. Although I just realized that this is not... We want a hopper... Well, no, this should be fine. We'll do this. Okay. So then we've got 2 chests here, and I'm going to put one right here with just a plain old wooden hopper going into it like that. And then, because obviously we can't break bedrock, we need another chest, which I'll put here with an item pipe and extracting. So then all we need to do is toss all of our deep slate into here, and it will little by little fill up. The Bedrock Infuser will process it, turn it into bedrock fragments, and deposit them into this chest right here. And I don't know how many of these we're going to be needing, to be honest. I imagine it is quite a few, because we need flux dust, which takes 4 bedrock fragments to make 2. And to make us flux cores, you need a bunch of flux ducts. That's such a hard thing to say. Flux dust. And obviously, we're going to need flux blocks. Like, we're going to need to make a very long story short, we're going to need a lot of these bedrock fragments, because we're also going to want to make 4 of these ore extractor tier 3s. So, yeah, that's the plan. Let me get this stuff going. Let's do some crafting and stuff. I'm going to have to do some math as well to figure out how much I need, but hopefully I can get the ore extractors going very, very soon. I've gone ahead and done a fair bit of crafting, and I think, almost, we are almost ready to make a couple of the ore upgrades. I just need to grab a couple bedrock fragments. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make 4 of them right now. I didn't have enough ender pearls to make Eyes of Ender. By the way, Eyes of Ender in this mod pack are actually made in a induction smelter instead of just crafted with a blaze powder and ender pearl. You actually throw 2 blaze powder and an ender pearl into the induction smelter, and that's how you make them. But there we go. That should be enough, and I'll just let this kind of keep running. I'm also making obsidian over here. I'm hoping that by the time we reach, I'm going to keep basically letting these process and stuff between episodes, because obviously we do want to have 4 of the new upgraded ore extractor, but at least for the moment, we can teleport back here, and we can finally make the tier 3 ore extractors, which is wonderful. And because we future-proofed our ore creation setup... Oop, wrong room. Is it this one? Here we go. Because we future-proofed this last time, all we have to do is just toss them in. And they'll start immediately doing their thing, and we don't have to change anything. Also, a couple of you asked to see the behind the back bits of this whole little setup here. So real quick, let me just show it to you. It's quite simple. We have over here aqueous accumulator providing water to all of these alloy mixers. And then back over here, we have several igneous extruders creating pebbles, and these item pipes are providing those to all of the ore, all of the alloy mixers. And then the alloy mixers are what are producing the ore forming water. Oh, and we've got lava, but the lava is just coming from a tank, where we've got a relatively decent sized lava production set up somewhere over there. But yeah, the lava's going, the lava and the water are being sent here along with the pebbles, and then that ore forming water gets distributed to each of these, power, is coming from underneath the ground, and then the item conduits are basically just running down into a combiner, and then there's one item conduit here that runs underneath all of the combiners to send stuff back to our storage room. So pretty straightforward. It's a relatively clean bit of piping, all things considered. But yeah, I know some of you wanted to see that. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap... Oh, you know what I should actually do, though? Is we need to add... there we go. What ores do we actually need? Emerald, diamond, uranium, and silver. So I need to wait for a diamond one here. But yeah, I need to add a spot for all of these ores in our storage room. So yeah, that's going to be really important. Otherwise, these will have nowhere to go. So yeah, it looks like diamond's very rare, though. That or we're just getting really unlucky. I'm not sure if it's an even distribution or what. But anyway, I'll get that added between episodes. Shouldn't be a big deal. There we go. Grab the diamond. And also, just for the purposes of the quest, we should grab all of those. And I will need to grab diamond fragments. There we go. Toss that back in. And now this is all complete, and then we just need the ingots and all that kind of stuff. We can worry about that later. But guys, I am very much out of time for this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. I'll do some more grinding between episodes, so hopefully next episode we can get into power and have like actual good power generation is what I'm hoping. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.